try to work out where you have a better communication than what I've heard some of them say that they're having today. So you could have a one-on-one sometimes that where you're maybe not having that as much too.
Mr. Williams.
I think with anything, communication is the key. And I think one of the things that has happened over the past several years is communication is broke down between the central office and the parents. A lot of times parents will call board members and ask them what their advice is to handle certain situations. And we wind up sending them back to the central office in order to get their answers. What I can see happening a little different this go around is that we have little forums, like similar to what we have right now, that parents can come out and actually talk about their issues. I'm seeing that starting to happen a little more now, but I'd like to see it go a little further.
Mr. Stewart.
In the realm of EC, our EC program is not in the best shape. It's something we do need to work on. We need to work on hard. So far in the mid-year, we've lost 6 speech therapists from our system. We've lost 2 more assistants to those speech therapists. My question is, where's our accountability for that under the Baldrige model? What we've got to do is we've got to establish and step into that Baldrige model in order to affect change positively in the EC program and find out, why did we just lose 6 of the most difficult positions to fill? How are we going to replace that? Last year, there were 7 vacancies that occurred at one time. That's 13 teaching positions, 2 assistants, minimum, that the system lost. The communication lines are faulty. They have been for a while. It must be, it's sort of like a prayer chain that you develop. You got to have some organization as to where the next link is going to be. Oftentimes, those concerns are taken to the next link, be it the principal, assistant principal. They never progress past there. I spoke to an EC teacher just yesterday who still has an issue in with the central office, and the issue went in 3 weeks ago, and still waiting on some type of answer. We have to work harder. EC is a very critical area in both hiring teachers and the students with whom we serve. Communication.
Thank you, Dr. Cash.
Yes, the EC program itself is an expensive program. It's a complicated program, and has been difficult to administer, and we have had a difficult year with that. Sitting on the board makes it difficult tonight because we can't divulge, because of personnel reasons, some of the information behind that. But we are restricted by quite a few laws from the state and federal government that require certain activities be provided, certain funding be provided for each area, and we have limited funds within our system to use in a discretionary manner. So we've tried to look at the management of that program, tried to be the most effective and efficient that we can in administering it and applying it so that all children receive what's required by law, and hopefully more than that, but at least what's required by law, and then move forward to provide them with the best educational program that we can. I think that we do need to continue working on education. The board has recently established a committee of parents to meet with the school personnel, some of the EC staff and administrators, to look at the problem and try to help work the problems out and see that we have a more effective program. Thank you.
Mr. James.
And again, when it comes to the EC program, you have a program here that, again, you're dealing with a great variety of differences among the students. This is an instance where it's not a cookie cutter type situation where you can use the same thing. Actually, it's totally to the other side of the spectrum, where when you're talking students that are in an EC program, you're working with autism, you're working with children that are deaf, children that have vision impairments, you're looking at Down syndrome, you're looking at many different areas, and what happens is we cannot try to put so many different situations into one pattern that's going to work. And what happens so often that I've found in meetings that I've been in is that many times the educators and the parents can't get on the same page. The parents come in and they're confused by the education system being offered, and then the educators also don't understand the parent situation that they're trying to get across with the special needs of their kids. And so I think what we need to do is work on a program that is going to allow for the school system and the parents to be able to have a program in place that is going to be more beneficial for the student overall, to where we can set up a plan to where it's going to work for that student, and the parent is going to understand, and the education system is going to understand what needs the child has.